What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War. This is war number 3 of Season 7, and we are taking on X-Men, which has been a master level alliance for quite a while. Don't make this a habit, but I sped up every single fight in here. I got 6 champions I have to take down. And yes, the video just went so long. It was like 16, 17 minutes even after cutting stuff out. Like the between the fight stuff. Yeah, for the first fight I had Hyperion. He did have suicide, so that helped a little bit. And I threw a power 1 boost on. Hoping to get that petrify first, but it ended up being the third debuff that I got, which was still good. Getting that early is very helpful against Hyperion. So then up next we got a rank 5 Modoc. So I brought in Blade and it started off pretty decent. Was having trouble getting the first hit off on him just because of his shield kept coming up right before I hit him, but I did get that intercept to apply that, get the first hit on him, and okay, so had a decent Bane transfer here, but the next transfer did not go so smoothly. Just a little bit too early on that L1, and then just trying to find the opening. I should have been attacking once after his double mediums, but actually wasn't able to transfer it back, so I took the full force of that Bane there. But luckily I'm using Blade, so able to get some regen in. And that's pretty much the only reason I didn't die in this fight. If I would have been using, what's his name? If I would have been using Void, I probably would have died. Maybe. It's hard to say because of the, I would have finished the fights faster if I've been using Void just because of the debuffs. So up next I gotta throw on a couple of health potions, throw some boost on. Oh no, I don't have to throw health potions on. After this fight I throw some health potions on. So I get a parry there, do some light attacks, got that shallow evade intercept there. So started off actually pretty good against Korg, and actually this is one of my better fights against him. I do make one mistake towards the end, but I could have played a little bit better, like at the end of that 4-hit combo. I should have thrown a light attack instead of dashing back, and then when I dashed in I took that damage. I did do some duels against Korg, and so I got a little bit better fighting against him, but he's still a pain, and I still get very nervous fighting him. And when it comes out to baiting the second special, I find that in this fight at least, he wasn't throwing it until he became unstoppable. So that L1 there kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting him to throw a special, but yeah, you saw he became unblockable there. So he went ahead and threw that L1. Luckily, I was able to fully evade it, so I didn't take much more damage at that point. But this is what I was talking about. I had to throw on a couple of health potions here. So go in, and the plan is to watch my debuff timer and watch her power and try to make sure that I don't have unlucky when I'm about to apply a debuff. So that debuff didn't apply right there, even though I wasn't unlucky, but I'm down to 85% ability accuracy instead of the normal 100%. But I'm getting kind of cornered here, so I ended up pushing her over bar power and becoming unlucky just because I'm trying to get out of this corner at this point. And yeah, so I've missed a few debuffs already, and we are closing in on a minute and a half into the fight, and she's still basically at full health. So yeah, just trying to push her back. throw this L2 there, and because it pushed her over a bar of power, I ended up becoming unlucky, so the debuffs didn't apply. And then that debuff, okay, so that debuff applied, and I believe, yeah, so I wait, and I'm like, I was surprised that the Fear the Void didn't apply. So once Fear the Void didn't apply, even though I wasn't unlucky, but, you know, 85% chance that it would apply, and yeah, it ended up failing. So at this point, I know that I'm just going to end up dying, so I don't really care. There's no way that I can win this fight. I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible. Even though that doesn't matter, because starting off the next part of this fight, I will end up having to evade, and she's going to build the health right back up. So, was it 6 level 1 health potions? Yeah, 6 level 1 health potions I ended up having to use right there. So, I start off the fight trying to push her back this time so I don't end up getting trapped in the corner. And once again, trying to let the debuffs apply before pushing her over a bar of power. So back off there. Got the petrify there, so go ahead, push her over bar of power. I can't remember if I fail a few debuffs or not. I do know that I failed some debuffs in this fight. But I do have the petrify debuffs early. So I'm trying to back her up, and I think this is the one that takes a little while to get. And really, I shouldn't be trying to get the next debuff anyways, just because there's a chance that I would fail Fear the Void again. But yeah, I really wanted to go into Fear the Void just to get that extra damage, finish the fight a little bit faster. But yeah, you saw, I believe it was the last two that ended up failing, and I ended up going unlucky, but you know, looking at how much health she had left, I didn't really care. Just at this point, I wasn't going to do any more evades, trigger no more buffs on myself. Just trying to get her down, and looking at the time, hoping that I can get her down in time. You see, she did trigger. I did trigger a buff there, but because we were in Assassin's range, it actually, ability accuracy kept it from her from gaining health. No. Did it? I actually have to go back and see if it was ability accuracy or if I had 2 petrify debuffs on her. I can't remember actually now. But anyways, on to my favorite fight of every single war. Fighting this Iron Man Infinity War. And, was it this one? Yep, that one. So I got hit by the L1. It was the last hit of the L1, which triggers the shock. And luckily, I did pop a regen boost going into this fight. Otherwise, I definitely would not have been able to get through it. So I'm not sure what happened. I guess I was just a little bit too slow on that final swipe. Maybe I swiped a little bit too late on the first blast. I'm not sure, but I ended up getting hit by that final blast, which does happen to me from time to time. I guess my timing is just a little bit off. But anyways, you know, as always, trying to keep the armor ups down, and very rarely do I ever keep it down for the entire fight. I do drop an L2, which I've been doing more and more recently. It used to be that I only dropped L1 and never really dropped L2, just because trying to keep Fear the Void. But sometimes if that L2 does crit, it does do a lot of damage. But yeah, at this point, I was just trying to back up, let the debuffs finish him off. But I did interfere the void, so there was a little stretch where I wasn't applying any damage. So I did have to attack back just a little bit. So for my final fight, I bring in Blade. It's against Agent Venom, and got lucky there. Started off the fight, did a parry, then he shrugged it off as I was attacking and parried me, but it didn't look like he had any points into I can't think of the mastery, but yeah, so I was able to shrug off the stun pretty quickly, and I'm worried about my health, so I'm trying to build up health as well as build up power to get to an L2 and not time out in this fight, because that's basically what happened in the domino fight. I was about to time out, so got a little reckless towards the end. If not for that, I still would have died, just because of was taking a lot of chip damage. And but anyways, trying not to time out, and I'm watching his health and looking at the time, so I know that I need to drop several L2s at this point. So I wanted to keep trying to bait out that first special, but he really wasn't wanting to throw it, so I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and push him to 2 bars of power, and then, you know, once I pushed him to 2 bars of power, he did throw the L2, so I didn't have to. Just trying to bait as few specials as possible just because time's running out. Drop this L2, finish him off. And normally I fight the mini-boss, but my teammate ended up taking him down as a taskmaster. So that was the end of the war for me. I'm not sure what happened, but we ended up only clearing 2 battle groups. So yeah, that was a big hit for us as far as points. So yeah, that knocked us down quite a bit. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.